Hello, Internet. What's the importance of June 1st in the Major League Baseball? My name is Darrin, that is AJ, and this is the DNA Sports Recap.
Roll the intro.
How's it going, AJ?
Doing really good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Major League Baseball. First, let's talk about today's date at the time of recording is June 1st.
Yep.
So more often time than not, if you were in first place on June 1st, you end up winning the division.
Really?
Yeah, so that's why June 1st has a little bit more importance in baseball than, the rest of the season. Now, there are, again, you could say, well, Darrin, there's 42% of the time where, that doesn't happen, but
right.
Odds are the majority of the times that's how it plays out. So let's go ahead and talk about who's leading their division right now. In the American League right now, we have the Rays in the East, we have Twins in the Central American League, and we have the Rangers with the lead out west. So now, while that's a big deal for the Rangers to be out west, and we'll discuss that right in a second here, but so statistically saying 60% of the time, those are going to be your teams winning their division for the American League. Now, one I do see switching out of those three, because we got three here, so odds are one of them isn't going to be where it's at. I'm picking the Rangers to fall. So they got the World Series champions, still hard to say, Houston Astros.
Oh, no. We went there.
Yeah, below them right now. So I'd love to see Texas hold on to their lead there. I mean, they do have the greatest run differential in baseball right now. They have 131 run differential.
The Rangers do.
Yeah, in the league right now, which is
pretty impressive.
Yeah, the next closest, I believe, is 68 run differential. So 131 is they're just blowing out their opponents.
How does their strength of schedule stack up, though?
Well, a third of the way in, so they've had played some hard teams. I see the only team that could potentially in the American League that can change their fate would be the Astros. I still think they have a good shot of coming in and taking that division away from Texas. But good news is, Major League Baseball, you have 3 wild cards, so
Rangers still got a chance.
To even if they lose their spot there. All right, so let's jump over to the National League. So the National League, we have the Braves in the East. We have the Brewers in the Central. And right now, the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks are tied for first place.
Go Braves.
Yeah, so they do have a couple of game lead in their division right now. The Brewers have pretty well controlled their division, and then obviously the Dodgers are tied with Arizona. Now, a lot of people were picking San Diego Padres to run away with this division.
Early in the season, they were actually looking pretty good, weren't they?
They were looking good for the first week, but then Arizona came out of nowhere and had one of the best starts with the exception of the Rays. The Rays easily had the best start to one of the best starts in history.
Came out shooting.
Yeah, they were 13-3.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. So they were doing really well. On the West there, right now, the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks are tied. The Diamondbacks started off really heavy. They've been on a winning streak for 5 wins right now, so they're tied with the Dodgers. The Dodgers stunk up against the Nationals. They are now going to start playing the Yankees starting tomorrow. We're recording this on the 1st. They start a 4-game series with the Yankees in LA. So I could see Arizona taking sole ownership of that for that division for a little while there, just because the Yankees are playing great. And if they were in any other division, they would probably be leading the division in baseball outside of theirs, but the Rays are just so far ahead. So, I think that in the West, the only thing I think could possibly change is maybe the Braves, maybe the Mets figure it out. I think that's really the only shot that in the West, in the National League. The Braves have a pretty good lead in their division. I think they're going to hold their 2-game lead over the Mets right now. And again, the Mets just can't seem to stay healthy, but they have Verlander's back. They have Scherzer. He's pitching strong. Their bats wake up. I think they're going to do just fine. But the Braves are a really good team, and it's hard to get past them. So I see the Braves staying where they are. The Brewers, maybe Philly can catch them. I don't know. They went all in on offense and just didn't do anything when it comes to defensive.
Right. They're like, we need more bats.
Yeah.
We need more bats.
Yeah. I think the best positional player they have on their team is the catcher, JT Realmuto, usually rated the top catcher in baseball. So other than that, though, I think their defense is lacking. So I don't really see them taking over the Brewers.
Right.
I do think the Dodgers end up winning their division.
I was going to say, is that more of a fan speaking, or is that your actual opinion?
My actual opinion is that it's going to be Dodgers by 2 to 3 games, the Padres, and then Arizona. The Padres are just so good on paper. They have a stacked rotation. And They have the best closer in baseball, Josh Hader. They have Juan Soto, Manny Machado.
Pretty stacked team.
Yeah, Tatis Jr.'s back. They're 1 through 4, man. It's just unstoppable. I just don't see them being in a 4th place or 3rd place team in the division. So
right.
And the reason why I'm picking the Dodgers to win the division is they've won it 9 out of the last 10 years. So I don't see them not winning the division. So that's the takeaway there. June 1st of its importance and why we look at this date and say, okay, how the rest of the year going to shape up.
It's a pretty cool stat, actually.
Did you see the comments from the college pitcher who threw 105 in college?
I didn't see that.
You can't take away credit from Ben Joyce, who threw 105.5 last year in college. So Ben Joyce made his major league debut with the Angels. He tapped out at 102.2 so far this year. So
wow, though.
Yeah, 105.5. That's impressive. While not technically qualified because they were in college, that's not an MLB pitcher.
Right.
Now he's in the MLB. He's already throwing 102.2 in his debut. I don't see him not getting to the 104.
Yeah, I mean, with major league training staff, you're gonna be getting there.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty awesome.
That is pretty cool.
That was a comment that came from Tropical Onion.
Thanks, Tropical Onion. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for the feedback. Really appreciate it. Once again, folks, thank you for joining us here on the DNA Sports Recap. This is available as a podcast. We have the full-length video in the playlists under podcasts, so you can see the full video there. We also are available wherever you find your podcasts.
Yep, and if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like it, share it if you think anybody else might like it, and of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Keep commenting. We love engaging with you guys, talking with you. We appreciate it.
Once again, folks, my name is Darrin, that is AJ, and this has been the DNA Sports Recap.
Till next time.